It's connecting to audio.
Yeah. I will be back.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Hello.
So it took you like
Oh my God.
it took you like 10 minutes just to join?
Yeah, it took ages for me to join. The laptop just wasn't playing ball
Okay.
at all. Camera looks kind of weird though.
And then you should be able to record. So because we waited for you for so long that in 7 minutes we're going to do a new one. But
Oh, okay.
at least let's start the intro. And
Yeah.
we are recording.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Hardman Canada, and today we are making a podcast about the successor of one of the best Nintendo console, the Nintendo Switch. And then we're going to have three main subjects. And the first subject. The first subject will be for the successor. You guys, will it be a Nintendo Switch Pro or a Nintendo Switch 2? Number two, when do you think is going to be going to get released? And number three, what do you think will be the possible launch title? And then I guess you could all introduce yourself.
I'll go first if you want. Hi, this is Shadow Blizzard 13 here. I host the monthly tournaments with these guys here. So it's great to be back doing a podcast. I believe we haven't done one in a long time. So thank you for inviting me.
Since Evo.
Yeah, since Evo actually, yes, it's been quite a while. Evo was a lot of fun actually too. So, but I'm really looking forward to this podcast because I've been playing a lot of Switch and I actually have a lot of things like I want to say about it, and a lot of the topics that Canada's brought up I think will be very interesting. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, so I'm Lecorbak. I'm one of Hardman Canada's friends. And I'm making videos, video games. I'm doing some streams too. So I'm really interested in this podcast about the Switch because I've played the Switch for a long time now.
Oh, by the way, I'm Canadian. Shadow is from Ireland. Lecorbak is from France. France. How do you say France in English? France. Okay. And then that way, three people from three different countries. That sounds cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
They're connected. Okay, so for my first subject, so I'm 100% sure that Nintendo is going to do a successor. That's for sure. But there's two things I'm wondering. Will it be an upgrade of the Nintendo Switch? I know there's the original Switch, the Switch Lite, and for the successor, should it be a Switch Pro, which is the same console on the same generation, or a Switch 2, which is a next-gen console? So I guess you can both start, and then we can finish with me. But we have 4 minutes, so I think I should start a new stream and invite you then.
Okay.
Yeah, I go.
That's no problem.
And then Shadow, will it take like 3 minutes to join?
Yeah, the computer should be fine now. Yeah, it's just because I was booting it up, so it should be fine now.
Okay.
See ya in 20 minutes.
Yeah, see you in an hour.
20 minutes. Once the stream will be over. Okay. I'm going to do a new one right now.
No problem.
See you later.
See you later.
Yeah, he's joining.
Sorry. Yeah, the app is just on my laptop has just been very slow, so I'm just going to use my phone for the time being.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. So I just messaged you saying maybe you should use your phone.
Yeah. No, I will definitely. It's just easier.
Okay. So like you're using your phone, you won't be able to record. But at least 2 person is recording. Okay.
Yeah. So that
That's
should be
okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So where was it? Oh yeah. I wanted you guys to speak first before I start with my what I think if they should do a Switch 2 or a successor.
Corbett, if you want to go first. If you want to go first, and
Okay.
Jump. Okay.
Okay. Well, I think Nintendo is going to release a totally new console. I don't know if it will be like the Switch or if it will be like a totally new concept, because they love trying new concepts. So I think maybe they will try this. But in my case, I'd rather have a new console who is like a Switch 1.5, because I really like the Switch, and I think the console itself is really great, because you can either play it on TV or playing it like a handheld console.
Yeah.
Even if the games are generally not as great on handheld than on TV, but you have the choice. So for example, sometimes I played like Pokemon Sword and Shield on my bed.
Oh yeah, that's
so
true.
or just watching TV at the same time, things like that. I really like that because you have the choice.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I would rather have a better console, but like the same thing as the Switch, just with higher capabilities to make stronger games.
Yeah.
Like PS5, but maybe not as much as PS5, but at least high enough to have really beautiful games in today's standards.
Okay, so so in my opinion, I think they should, at the very minimum, the minimum is Xbox Series S is the weakest current next generation console.
Yeah,
or like you know the Steam Deck.
Oh yeah, kind of like that.
At least the Steam Deck capabilities, I think.
Yes, the Steam Deck would be perfect. Okay. And what about you, Shadow? Oh, 2 shadows.
Yeah, my laptop loaded up, so I'm just gonna like do another switch since it loaded up. I'll be 2 seconds. Let me do a quick switch.
Another shadow. That scared me. Shadow of the Colossus. There's a second shadow appeared. Boom.
Like a ninja.
He did a shadow clone jutsu.
Yes. Shadow in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
-1, -2.
-2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. Yeah, I think Shadow, you really need a new PC. That's why use your phone while waiting.
You need to change your potato.
Yeah. But my
Your
PC
potato.
is 20 million potatoes. That's how powerful my PC is. 20 million potatoes.
We lost Shadow.
Is your video active? Okay, you are getting in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I see you.
There we go. I'll just put my headphones back in. Yeah, this laptop is playing hard to get.
Yeah.
It's usually not this bad, so I apologize.
No issue.
Not stable. Yeah, sorry. Now that I can talk. So just to kind of clarify, it's interesting because this is like the first Nintendo console I've really invested into, and I've been playing a lot of it over the last year. So it's interesting because I bought a friend of mine an OLED, and it was the first time I got to really kind of see the OLED like up close and kind of look at it. And I've also seen a lot of YouTubers talk about the console, so this might take me some time to go through because there's a lot I kind of want to say on it. I think in its current state, it's a pretty good system. It competes well with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but it does lag behind the current gen systems like your PlayStation 5s, your Xbox X, and even PC.
Yeah.
I can give you an example of this with a game that is on PC. Yeah, Frontiers, actually, it's a great example.
I'm going to talk about this. Why I have the PS5 version and not the Nintendo Switch version.
Well, I can kind of tie that into what I was gonna say. I was gonna use Harvest as an example because that game runs at a native 30 with a 1080p docked.
Oh man, sorry. I wasn't expecting.
Chili hot dog.
Yeah.
And then 720p in handheld. Now in handheld mode, it does look kind of pixelated from afar. You on say docked mode, it's fine. Whereas on PC with max settings, you're getting 60 FPS. Yeah, Shin Megami is another thing, and our friend Mark actually said, it's a locked 30. So with the Switch, you're getting a locked 30, but with PC, you're getting 60. However, and it's what you guys just pointed out, you can take the system anywhere you want. You can take it in your bed, you can take it into your shower, you can take it on a train. Like I did that recently. I took my Switch up with me, and it was it's a great experience being able to take my system and just play wherever I want to play. But to answer the overall question, does it need a next gen version? Absolutely. It's severely lagging behind power in the current gen consoles. Patrick, I don't know if you've played the game enough yet to say, or if you've kind of gone through it enough, but Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, although that is more of a Game Freak. That's more of a Game Freak issue, which kind of counters my point because the system at the moment, in my opinion, is fine.
It's fine. Definitively.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It can run Frontiers and it could run Violet, but the problem is it's not Violet. It's not the game. It's the
Game
developers.
Freak.
They
made a bad job at the.
If you watch like Xenoblade Chronicles on the Switch, it works pretty fine.
Yeah, and I've played that game, so I can.
There are multiple examples, so that we can see that the console itself is fine.
Yeah.
It's not as good as other consoles, but it's fine enough to have great games already. But in the case of Violet and Scarlet, it's definitively the case of the developer who haven't spent enough time to develop the game.
They're like under contract of releasing a new Pokemon like each 3 years. Like, whether it's good or not, it's like they shoot something in the foot. So Game Freak is stuck.
Yeah, so I won't go on too long more because I've said quite a bit. But basically, to answer the overall question, my prediction is 2 more years in terms of lifespan. At this point, they've already done the OLED, so at this point, they may as well just go next gen, but keep it as the Switch. So just literally do the Switch 2. Keep it going as the way it is, but upgrade it to not necessarily compete with PS5 or PC or Xbox Series X, but to sustain itself, you know?
That's also my opinion. Okay, so I can talk now? Everyone talk? Okay, so in my opinion, you want to say something else, Shadow?
No, sorry, go ahead, my bad.
Sorry. Oh, okay. So, in my opinion, I said that at first, I said that Nintendo need a Switch 2, but now it's been over about 6, we're in our 6th year, starting 6 years. So, I think at this point, it's better to do a successor. And the reason why it needs a Nintendo Switch 2 is because I'm going to show you an example of 2 games. Sonic Frontiers and Shin Megami Tensei 5 for the Nintendo Switch. And then, in the case of Sonic Frontiers, you see that game over there, Sonic Mania. It came out 5 years ago, and and from the state I remember well, 55% of the Sonic Mania sales was from the Nintendo Switch version. Between Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, Nintendo Switch version was the most popular version because it was portable. So Sonic Mania sold more than 55%. But in Sonic Frontiers, the PlayStation 5 version is the most popular. Because normally in a Sonic game in a multi-console, Nintendo version tends to be the most popular. But this time, the PlayStation version is the most popular. I forgot the state, it's like 60% or something like that. And then the PS4 plus PS5 version. And I am not surprised because when I saw Sonic Frontiers, the graphic was so beautiful. I said to myself, how will this game run on Nintendo Switch? And then
not great.
It's like next like gen Sonic.
Yeah, it's like they downgraded to the minimum. Like I saw a video comparison on YouTube, the PS5 version and the Nintendo Switch version, and then the PS5 version is 60. We can play up to 60 FPS, beautiful graphic, and there's less bugs. The Nintendo Switch have more bugs, and then there's slowdowns, and it's a miracle that they made this game work on the Nintendo Switch. So it's like at the limit of what Nintendo Switch was capable of.
It's like a Sonic generation with the 3DS and the PC version.
Yeah, exactly.
The huge difference.
Yeah, huge difference. And then it's like you play Sonic Frontiers on Switch. The Switch gets so hot that apparently the Switch gets so hot that people were scared that it's going to melt down. And then the other reason why it need Switch 2 is because Shin Megami Tensei 5 for the moment is exclusive to Nintendo Switch. It's a new game. The graphic is incredible. It's like a semi-open world. It's like Persona but more battle focused. And it's exclusive to the Switch, but in some places it is struggling. I can see that it is very, very struggling, and this is a Nintendo Switch exclusive for the moment. And then there could be future game where they want to make a game so big, so ambitious, but Nintendo Switch is getting behind. So in my opinion, they should not make a Switch 2. Oops! They should not make a Switch Pro. They should make a Switch 2. But if to make at the very minimum competitive enough with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, because next year and in like 2 years from now, I'm sure Sony will slowly abandon the PS4 as more and more PS5 became popular. And for the first time, I saw a PS5 in store. For the first time.
Wow.
After 2 years.
Incredible.
Incredible. I couldn't believe my eyes. So the PS5 and Xbox Series X stock is getting more and more available. And then the other reason, and then something very important they must do, they need to make it backward compatible with the original Switch game.
Yeah, totally.
Physical and digital.
Definitely.
That's very important to make it a smooth transition. And in my case, they should make it the same hybrid concept, but better. Kind of like the Steam Deck.
I agree, but I think it's not going to happen, the retro compatibility. I think it's not going to happen. Yeah. But I agree with you.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I remember back in 2017, I thought the Nintendo Switch would fail, but 2 years later, that in 2019, I made a video about I was wrong about Nintendo Switch, and the Nintendo Switch is my second favorite Nintendo console. The first one is Super Nintendo. I think it's pretty much impossible to beat the Super Nintendo. But the second one is the Nintendo Switch because of the hybrid concept. And
I love my Switch. As a guy coming from solely PlayStation, I adore my Switch so much.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's coming.
mm,
Oh, and then that is the reason why I think it's going to be a Switch too, because each Nintendo, each second generation of console is each successor of a previous console is the same version but improved. For example, the Super Nintendo is the improved version of the Nintendo. Nintendo GameCube is the improved version of the Nintendo 64. Nintendo Wii U is the improved version of the Nintendo Wii. That's what I saw historically. So logically, the Switch 2, I have no idea what will be the name. Super Switch, Ultra Switch, Nintendo Katana, Nintendo NX. The Switch 2 will be the improved version of the original Switch. Yeah.
It's going to be Nintendo Dolphin.
Yeah. Shadow, you're still here? Your camera...
yeah, sorry, I was just making some adjustments. My camera was like not centering properly, so I had to like go to the settings. I figured it out, so it's okay.
Okay.
Apologies.
Yeah. So I think I said everything that I wanted to say. Game struggling and all that. Yeah, but very important, backward compatibility to make a smooth transition. Because that's for me, it's a must. And then for the first time, because they're doing the Nintendo Switch Online, they need to do backward compatible both for physical game and digital games.
Yeah, you've seen how much of a success that is. Sorry, Corbett, just to chime quickly, how successful that's been for like Xbox. In fact, Xbox were the ones that really pushed that, and how it's been successful for Sony. The only thing they need to be careful of is not do what Sony's done with the PS4 backwards compatibility and make some games not really playable.
I know.
So.
Yeah, I think they need. They also need a good online overall.
Yeah.
Like voice chat
Smash
on Nintendo
Bros.
Switch, not
Smash
using
Bros.
the phone.
Yeah, Smash Bros. is like literally unplayable online.
The lag is so bad compared to other fighting games. It's so. Pokemon is laggy, but it's a turn-based RPG, so that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
But Smash, it's.
I mean, to be fair,
the game.
Smash is okay. In my experience, Smash has been okay. But there's been some experiences with it where it's been rough. Although I've been playing a lot of Splatoon 3. I got the game recently. And it's been fine for me. Now that could be have improved over time. I don't know. I'm coming kind of late. At least a Smash. So
Smash is more like when you play with your friends directly, it works well. Okay. But when you are playing in the competitive online of Smash, it really lags.
Okay.
So I think it's like it depends of the mode you are using to play online.
Okay. Yeah. We should have you both got? I know you have it, Canada, as far as I know.
Yeah, I have Smash.
Have you Smash, Corbett?
Yes.
Yes, he have Smash, and then me and Corbett, we played I think 1 year ago or something.
We should test.
Not too long ago, actually, like maybe 3-4 months ago.
Oh, nice. But I know me and you'd be fine, Corbett, because we're in the same region. But we should test that with like Canada's connection and stuff and see if kind of it's improved. But from what I've experienced, it seems okay. But
okay. Okay, so for the next subject is when will it release? So this is the subject number 2. When do you think will it release? This time I would like to start.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, if I was Nintendo, I think I will release it on 2023, and it goes in line. It will go in line with my third subject, which would be with which the launch title of the game. No, you know what? I think I'm going to do 2 subjects in one, but they're both interrelated. I think if I were Nintendo, I will release it in 2023. And they don't need to release it like on the holiday, like November. They should release it like in the beginning of the year. That way, a lot of people who they won't have as much of a supply issue, and everyone who want to have the first batch will be able to do it. Like the Nintendo Switch, it launched in March 2017, if I'm not mistaken, and then I got it like I think 2 months after. It wasn't, compared to the PS5 and Xbox, it wasn't difficult to get one.
Yeah.
And then the reason why they should do it like next year is that it go to because PS5 and the next Xbox is relatively new, and then it will give time for the fan base to grow. That way, once the PS5 and the Xbox has been solidified, the Nintendo will also have the next gen to, at the very minimum, compete with the PS5 and the next Xbox. And then I'm sure the Switch One will still be alive in like 3 more years as a transition. And I'm sure that there could be the 2 versions of the game, like. And then for the launch title, I think very important. There's the new Zelda game, Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, or Tears of Tiara.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, Tears of Kingdom. I think I'm thinking of another game, Tears of Tiara. Like, they should need a heavy hitter like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. If they launch that with the Switch 2, which is more powerful, I think it would be a perfect marketing, a very smart move for Nintendo. And I know that there's another heavy hitter, which is a 3D Mario game, which is system seller. 2D Mario game, in the modern era, they're not really system sellers anymore, but a 3D Mario game, like Mario Odyssey 2 or Mario 3D World. In my case, Mario 3D World is the best 3D Mario game I ever played, and Mario Odyssey is the second best 3D Mario. So they should do either Mario Odyssey 2
or Mario Galaxy 3
or Mario Galaxy 3 or Mario 3D World 2. But I think most likely, they would do like an Odyssey sequel, if I'm being honest. And another heavy hitter, Metroid Prime 4 has been in development since 2017. So if they do that as a launch title, that would be huge. Metro should be a system seller, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you guys think?
I'll go if it's okay.
Your turn.
I'm actually gonna disagree with you on the 2023 release. The reason I'm kind of disagreeing is because of the OLED. Because the OLED's only been out. Is it a year?
I think 1 year.
I think it's too early. In terms of that, because my concern would be as an OLED user that hey, I've spent $350 to $400 on a new version of the Switch. I've just had it a year. It could really upset a lot of people. A lot of people could feel burned by that. Basically, that the argument would be, well, why did you release this OLED version if you were literally just going to announce the successor the following year? Why not?
Yeah, kind of like the Sega 32X and the Sega Saturn. A lot of people got turned off by that.
I don't follow that. The Wii Lite too.
And plus, I just don't. I think the Switch has got a little bit more to give. I do think though that so my prediction, sorry to answer your question, is 2025. I believe.
Oh, that's far.
Yeah, I believe there's about 3 to 2 more years of life cycle, basically to go. As far as I know, they've done backwards compatibility, like the say the GameCube for the Wii and stuff like that. But if they're going to push the graphical kind of infrastructure up, I don't know if they'll do cross-gen. You could argue, I mean, this is debatable among PlayStation 2 and Xbox, but some people say cross-gen hurts current gen because the argument is it scales back the games because trying to develop the, you know what I mean? Yes. I disagree.
Like Sonic 3D Blast for the Sega Genesis and the Sega Saturn that's released at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I disagree because it gives access to the games for everybody, and I believe everyone should get access to the games. So I don't mind like cross-gen versions. It's a weird one. I would like an upgraded. I would like a powerful more Switch, which is not right now. You know, as a guy who's just got mine, I'd like a little more time with it. But I do kind of understand for people, say that have been playing it for a long time. Since launch.
I had mine since 2017, and then I did not buy the Switch Lite, and I did not buy the Switch OLED because I thought the Switch OLED would be the Switch Pro. I said, that's not the Switch Pro. I'm speaking to the original Switch.
Yeah.
It's like,
and see, that's the thing with the OLED too. Like the OLED was basically literally just an OLED screen. It has a better screen for handheld, and it's got a LAN port for the dock. But realistically, like Nintendo, like come on, you guys should have had that with the original. Like PlayStation 3 had a LAN port, like 360 had LAN ports.
Yeah.
You know, another thing to consider as well is the Switch is still selling. The Switch is still selling hundreds of thousands of units all over the world. It's still topping the top 5 in the Japan charts and in sales in America, from what I believe. Although I don't have any.
Oh yeah, and then I read that it's still selling, but the huge sales are slowing down because after like 6 years, pretty much everyone who wanted to have a Switch have one. So naturally they're going to slow down.
I think what and I'll kind of stop at this point because I don't go on for too long. I think kind of seeing Tears of the Kingdom and say future kind of titles that are up and coming, I think it'll be interesting. I think whatever releases in 2023, we'll see kind of performance wise. Like if these games really start to struggle, and like if Tears of the Kingdom like really struggles on the console, then that'll be when I kind of go, okay, all right, like you know, it's time to move on. But my prediction is 2025.
Okay.
Yeah. So in my case, I think generally they like announce a new console in preparation, like 1 year in advance.
Oh. That's right. So, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So before they release the new console, I think they are going to do a huge marketing about their new console and the games that we will get at the release of the console. So I think a fine date will be probably that they announce first the game in the console in 2023, maybe, and then they release the console with a few games like October or of 2024, around October or even sooner, so that everyone can buy the console in advance for Christmas. It's possible. If that's not the case, maybe for Christmas 2025, but I think 2024 is probably going to be the case. So yeah, and for the first games for the console, probably a Mario game because we didn't get a Mario game for since Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
definitely.
So it's been like 5 times. Yeah, I think I'm almost sure that a new Mario game is in production, but they're keeping it a secret. So I'm almost sure though, a new 3D Mario game.
Maybe the new Zelda game will be on this console too.
Yeah,
like maybe there will be 2 versions, like the for the Switch and for the new console, maybe.
Yeah. Something like a Game of the Year edition or or special edition, something like that.
Yeah.
Ultimate edition, something like that, to sell it with the new console.
I don't think there will be a Splatoon game soon because of Splatoon 3, unless they are doing like a Splatoon 3 new edition or something like that.
Or even like
we did for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Mario Kart 8, I think Mario Kart 8 existed for like 10 years. I think it's time to do Mario Kart 9.
Yeah.
For like 10 years, I think. No.
I don't know if Mario Kart 9 will be at the release of the console, but I think Mario Kart 9 will be announced maybe like 1 year after the release of the console, or maybe sooner. I don't know, but yeah.
Or maybe Mario Kart 9 will be released in 2080. Yeah. In 50 years from now, Mario Kart 9 2080. Yeah. That's my prediction.
Exactly.
And for the game, I don't really know what games they will release, honestly, because we often see different things happening depending on the consoles. Like we could hope to have Super Smash Bros, but I don't think this will happen. Smash Bros, I don't know if they will do it again. At least maybe they will wait like 5 years, or I don't know.
Because with the Super Smash Bros, I don't know what else new they can bring. They need something new to innovate.
Unless it's a new IP and they just want to bring out something like from scratch, you know.
There's a good chance for that.
Oh, have you played Power Stone on a Sega Dreamcast?
I know the game.
Okay, so imagine if they make a Super Smash, but Power Stone is like Super Smash but in 3D.
Oh,
that would be a good innovation.
Yeah,
something like that, something so different. Super Smash in 3D, kind of like Power Stone for the Sega Dreamcast.
I don't think this will happen for more people than the 2D Smash Bros, but maybe they will try it. I don't know.
Need to innovate. Okay, so I think I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to do next thing for the final one. And Shadow, join with your phone first.
I will. Nice.
See you later.
See you later. Be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You use your phone in the meantime that you join with your PC.
It worked there. Once my PC gets going, it's fine. It just on initial startup, it can be very slow. So I apologize again.
Yeah, no problem.
See, what happened was I didn't know it was. I thought it was like at like 1 a.m. my time. I didn't realize it was at 12 midnight for me. So I didn't have my laptop pre-set up. If you know what I mean.
Because I know in October 31st we changed time in Canada. So
okay.
That must be why we did the confusion. Now that I think about why some countries change time, why they just keep the same time, I don't know. I'm not the one who make the rule about the fuseau horaire.
Yeah,
I know that in France they wanted to keep the time zone the same. But actually they didn't do anything. It was going to happen like maybe this year or maybe the year before, but nothing happened, so I don't know.
And we just put ours back as per usual. I know there was rumors about them wanting to get rid of that, as in the whole time forward, time back thing, but who knows? It's just kind of confusing because then you're like, wait, but it was an hour, and it's like, oh no, it's like, so it was an hour before, or we're supposed to be an hour later, and it makes things like very confusing.
Chinese time is confusing, especially for if you have people from across the planet. Okay, so what were we talking about? No,
We're
we're talking about the Nintendo Switch. Yes, Lecorbak, we're talking about. Oh, yes, about Super Smash. So, Power Stone. I'm going to show you my Power Stone game. Power Stone, Power Stone. Power Stone, where are you? La, 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 la. Yeah. So I know if they make another. Am I recording? Okay, I'm recording. If they make another Super Smash game, instead of doing Super Smash, they should do Power Stone. It's like Super Smash, but in 3D. The 3D arena game.
Oh,
that
nice.
was a system seller for the Sega Dreamcast back in 2000. I remember one of my friends had a Sega Dreamcast and we played Power Stone, and I said, "This is like one of the most fun games I've ever played in my life." It's a very fun casual fighting game, just like Super Smash.
I think if they do something like that, they should probably hire another company to make it instead of Nintendo doing it themselves, because they aren't really specialized in fighting games. So
yeah,
yeah,
that's true. Fighting games is not really the specialty. Because I know the first Super Smash was a Nintendo 64, and then Smash Melee on Nintendo GameCube. Nintendo Wii is Smash, and then Nintendo Wii U is like Smash in HD finally.
yeah.
And then the one on Nintendo Switch is still HD with a huge roster. But if they make another Smash game, if it's like in HD, it's going to be just the same thing as the Smash on the Nintendo Switch. So they need to do something very different. And I was thinking 3D arena game, or if I was a Nintendo, they should make like a 3D arena game as Smash, just to test the market. And then if it does not succeed, they should go back to 2D. If it succeeds, they should do 3D. That's what I think they should do to differentiate.
yeah. Oh, I just thought about something. Maybe for the new console, they will maybe try to finally get to VR.
Oh, VR. I know. In 1995, they did the Nintendo Virtual Boy, which is Nintendo's biggest biggest failure aside from Nintendo Wii U. So making VR, but how will
it may cost a lot for Nintendo, so I don't know if they're going to do it, but maybe they will first sell the console by itself, then later sell a VR system with a lot of VR games, maybe like a Mario VR game.
Mario Kart VR?
I don't know. Yeah, Mario Kart VR, for example.
No. Mario Kart 8 VR edition, not Mario Kart 9. Not Mario Kart. They do Mario Kart 8 VR edition.
Yeah.
They love Mario Kart 8 so much that they will never abandon that game.
There are a lot of developers who already made VR that will just make their games for the console, like Doom VR, VR chat, games like that.
Yeah, but my issue with VR is that I can play VR, but after 30 minutes, I get dizzy and I stop playing.
I'm the same.
So it's good for the experience, but not for a long period.
That's why I think the console itself will not focus entirely on VR, but maybe VR will be a plus for the console.
It could be an
I don't
avenue.
know, but it's a possibility because VR exploded a few years ago.
Yeah,
that's true.
And then Nintendo like to innovate. It's like Nintendo innovate, PlayStation copies. That's how it is.
Nintendo Labo 2.
Yeah, Nintendo Labo 2. Or maybe, I know that we don't have the technology, but a hologram video game, like you play on a platform, you have a controller, and boom, a hologram video game like that. Boom, holograms.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I know we don't have the technology to do something like that.
It's not that hard to do actually. Like you can have some kind of glass that reflect the light of the holographic image. So it's something that is already done with like smartphone. You can do it with a smartphone and doing it yourself. It's not that complex actually.
Like
it's not going to be like super beautiful.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah, it's possible actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hologram gaming. Yeah, that's might be possible with a successor. But that would be nice. But I don't think hologram gaming. But VR is more likely with the current technology. But if they make hologram gaming beautiful, it will cost like $3,000, and only which people is going to buy a console that's expensive.
Yeah. That's the thing. I'd say there needs to be more market research done on it, and there needs to be kind of more. They need to see if there's going to be enough investment in it and if it's profitable. So, but it'll be interesting. I think Nintendo could do something that's very unique to it, though. I think they could kind of freshen up the VR concept if they really put their minds to it, for sure.
They are going to make the new metaverse.
Yeah, the new one that actually succeeds.
The real metaverse.
No, they will make
not like the other ones. No. This one is the real.
They're going to make a Mario Kart 8 hologram edition. No Mario Kart 9. Mario Kart 9 will never exist. Mario Kart 8 hologram edition. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 hologram edition. Mario Kart 8. Oh, by the way, Shadow,
actually, they released a new Mario Kart game. The Mario Kart, the kind of reality like Mario Kart that you can play.
The foam version, yeah.
Yes, that's right. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, the new version of Mario Kart.
I think everyone forgot about this game. They played it like 1 week.
God. Yeah, I won't. I've just stopped.
Never played it again.
In my house, I don't have like enough space to do it in a circuit. Like
that's the problem.
Yeah, same.
My house is like not really convenient to do something like that.
Yeah, you can't really play outside either, so...
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah. And I guess it's called Mario Kart 8 Toy Edition. Mario Kart 9 will never ever exist. Okay. Oh, by the way, Shadow, I didn't tell you that. But my next video is about these two games. I want to talk about these two games, but I will not include any spoilers. No spoilers. I give my opinion about these two games, and then I'm going to make a very hard challenge with this game. Try to guess who's my favorite Pokemon, and then people will need to. I will ask my viewers to write in the comment section who is my favorite Pokemon game. I'm sure it's impossible to guess who is my favorite Pokemon. It's impossible to guess who is my favorite Pokemon. It's so difficult. I mean, it's so difficult. No one will be able to guess who is my favorite Pokemon. And I'm sure once I'm going to reveal who is my favorite Pokemon, it's going to be the biggest spoiler in the universe. I'm sure.
A huge chance.
Yeah.
Oh, the hype train is real.
Yeah. So, who is my favorite Pokemon? The biggest mystery of the universe.
Yeah.
Very difficult. Very, very difficult. Yeah. Oh, and then, I say the Nintendo Switch is my second favorite Nintendo console ever, but it is not perfect. In terms of service, it is not the best one. First, we cannot use the voice chat using the Nintendo.
Yeah.
So I use my phone. So I use Discord, a service outside of the console, to chat with my friend. For example, I play Smash with Lecorbak. We chat on Discord while we play. And I play Pokemon with friends. We chat on Discord.
Yeah, but at least Discord works well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Discord works very, very well. And the other
but
thing,
I think the reason why there isn't a Discord-like system on a Nintendo console is because Nintendo is afraid about things like children being attacked by people.
oh,
you know.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they could have some problems, and Nintendo doesn't want to be involved with that kind of thing.
Okay,
No,
like more kids friendly.
So I think it may never happen to have a Discord-like system
On Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Well,
that reminds me, is like an 8-year-old kid playing Call of Duty and then saying bad words to adults playing the game. I said for example, so an 8-year-old kid is playing a mature-rated game. Good parenting.
Yeah. Although Xbox and Sony Xbox has actually implemented Discord integration into chat, and Sony's on its way to doing it. So, I don't know. I don't really think the whole I think Nintendo are kind of straying away. Not straying away, I suppose, but catering to both the adult side of the fan base and the kid side of the fan base. Although what you could do to circumvent that is maybe have parental controls on it. So
for young kids.
Yeah, like if the Discord integration could have parental locks in it, where it only allows you to talk to, say, friends. Or it has, you have to be approved, so you have to put a password, for example, before you can go on to the Discord chat.
But you already know that some people will abuse it anyway.
Of course, yeah.
So
that's why Nintendo generally doesn't want to be involved in that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, it makes
unfortunately,
sense.
Yeah. It is.
So yeah.
Okay, so I guess. Okay, so do you have any final thought about the podcast?
I'm actually glad you picked this as a topic, because I'd been really wanting to talk about it for a while.
Me too.
I don't know. There is actually one thing. It isn't directly related to Switch. I guess it technically is. Have you guys heard about the Smash World Tour incident?
Yeah.
You guys have heard about that, right?
Yes. We were talking about that while we were waiting for you before you do your Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Oh, yeah. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Well, it's Nintendo being Nintendo. I mean, there was no Smash at EVO. We were there. We unfortunately didn't get to see anything at Grand Finals or compete. It was a game I wanted to compete in. But in case you guys didn't know, Panda, the company that had the accusations against them, did respond today. It was a very not really great response, but I won't say the name of the individual, but the individual that was accused of kind of pushing Smash World Tour out kind of did say in the letter that, he did kind of say it in an aggressive way, or he did things that he shouldn't have done. But this goes beyond just the tournament organizer Panda. This goes to Nintendo too, because Nintendo are very anti-community and they're very anti-FGC.
Yeah,
which isn't great. And
why? I don't know. Nintendo was always weird like that.
I mean, Smash made the start of the FGC, with Melee and all that. They really helped kind of bring that into the scene. As someone who plays Smash and likes the game, I don't see why Nintendo wouldn't be supportive of other kind of communities and tournament organizers.
There was an event last year that may have helped Nintendo about not wanting to have anything to do with tournaments, is because there were a lot of controversies about some players that were accused of doing bad things in tournaments.
That's true. Yeah, I did.
And there were a lot of players. What?
Like a rage quitters?
No,
something like that?
No, like people doing hitting on girls or things like that.
Very kind of inappropriate things.
Sexual harassing some people, things like that.
Yeah.
And there was like one person who was attacked by some people who accused him. Then there's a second one, then a third one, then a fourth one. And everyone was like accusing every players, every Smash players to. So it was a total chaos for like a few weeks. There was like the best player in the world, or at least one of the best player in the world, Zero, who was banned from any tournaments.
Wow.
And disappeared completely out of the internet, but reappears like 1 year later. It was a huge chaos, and of course Nintendo wasn't happy about it.
A happy chaos?
Happy chaos.
Happy chaos.
Yeah.
I forgot. Sorry. And yeah, I think it may have helped Nintendo. Yeah, it may have helped Nintendo to make the decision about not wanting to give the license, the official license to Smash World Tour. I don't know, but it may have helped about this decision.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, it's just hard to know, but at the end of the day, tournaments should be something that should be celebrated, and you should bring people together. We've seen this, me and Canada in person with the success of Evo and how much it's helped. A lot of games like Guilty Gear kind of really come into the mainstream and really bring new people in.
Yeah.
And promote other fighting games as well. So, if I get it, I get, what you're saying, Corbach, absolutely. And I agree to some extent, but I do think there is a way to kind of, run it in such a way where you don't get those situations.
But the thing is that thanks to this, the other competitive scenes, especially for the fighting games, are more sane, I think. Like they are trying to not to do the same than Smash.
Yeah.
So there's some kind of positivity about it.
That's good, yeah. So there is something to come of it. But yeah, that's kind of just the final kind of thoughts and something I just kind of wanted to touch base with. But yeah.
Okay. So any final thought, Lecorbak?
I think we talked about everything.
Okay.
We could talk about Pokemon, but I think that's a totally different.
Different subject.
Yeah.
Different subject.
It could last for hours. So
yeah.
It's not going to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the end of the podcast. So thank you for everyone for watching for this podcast.
And don't forget to subscribe to Hardman Canada and myself.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Shadow have a YouTube channel. You can subscribe to him. Lecorbak have 2 YouTube channels. You can subscribe to him. And if you're watching me for the first time, please do not subscribe to my channel. Do not subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss my next video. I did not use reverse psychology.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all, no.
Okay. So I will stop recording in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Haduman, Canada.